So you just landed an interview with your dream company and you're looking to prepare for the video interview. Here are 4 tips to help you through the process. The first one is your internet connection. In this day and age with video interviews, it's really, really hard to have a good conversation if the internet keeps cutting out. So make sure you test your Wi-Fi, go to a friend's house if they have better Wi-Fi there, or just make sure that you upgrade your Wi-Fi so that things are not cutting out. 2, focus on the camera. I know it's extremely hard to do, but a lot of the times we are looking elsewhere and the camera becomes like the eye contact piece in a real interview. So what I recommend is if you're using Zoom or you're using Google Meets or what have you, shrink yourself, shrink your image, shrink your video. And that way you're not looking at yourself, you're more looking at the interviewer and you're able to have that conversation. Tip 3, take notes. The reason why people fail interviews is that they're not listening to the actual question. So take time, take a second. As they're reading out the question to you, write it down and then follow it back up and say, hey, if I'm looking at this correctly, you're asking me to highlight X, Y, and Z. That way you already know exactly what the interview is going to ask. And then you can point your answers based on those specific questions that are being asked. Last tip for you, do your research. It is the most basic thing you can do when you're interviewing or preparing for an interview. Go on LinkedIn and look through what the company says about themselves, right? Every single company will have 2 brands, a consumer brand, an employer brand. The consumer brand is found in their website. The employer brand is found in their LinkedIn. So when you're looking at going for a job interview, don't spend so much time on their website because that's more come buy from us. Spend time on their LinkedIn page, which is come work for us. Look at how they define their programs. If they have like a new grad program or an internship program, look through what the life at the company is like. Look through, the last people that were in your role. Look through what they say about their job. Look through the things that the company values, the news and updates. That way you're not kind of looking at archaic information that they may have on their website and that's not updated. So there you have it. 4 tips for video interviews. Strong internet connection, focusing on the camera, so shrinking your video if possible, taking notes so that you don't miss the questions, and then lastly, doing research on LinkedIn. Hope you had a great time learning about video interviews. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.